Thank you for this wonderful playing. What I really love about your playing is that you have a beautiful Chopin sound, and you stay controlled, and you play intellectual. You are not giving too many rubato or anything what really many pianists do, and it stays really serious like it should be. And this is like maybe like Rubinstein played. He always stayed control and never gave too many rubati. This is a wonderful thing. And I think that you have a beautiful balance between right and left hand, which is in Chopin's case very important because he wrote very singing music. And especially this piece is one of the unique pieces of Frédéric Chopin, which really has a program behind it. Normally Chopin wrote like a sonata or etude or a prelude. And Chopin's music is very personal about our feelings. Maybe no other composer wrote about really our personal feelings so much as Chopin. No sarcasm, no fairy tale stuff. It's everything about our personal feelings. And this piece is called Barcarolle. Barca, you certainly know, but maybe not everybody knows. Barca is a boat, and this boat is without any motor. When you start your travel with this boat, you push a very hard way that it starts to swim, and then it starts floating, and you always have this, what you heard on the left hand, this da 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 da. This is certainly a symbol of the waves of the water. And another thing must be said about this piece. I'm sure you also know, but maybe not everyone knows. Chopin wrote this piece in very late time, and he was already very ill. And we all maybe know that Chopin didn't become very old, and he already had this disease, which he knew that it is not possible to cure anymore. And for me, this means that this Barcarolle, the shipper song, is a dream. And for my taste, I would add a kind of sadness also to this performance, because it is a beautiful dream about something romantic, being on a boat, being in beautiful Italy maybe, and watch all this beauty, beautiful weather, whatever romantic thoughts, but with the knowledge that maybe you will never have this in your life. And for my taste, I would sometimes add this sadness. Not this heavy, like our Russian sadness, but, you know, like something like this I would maybe add in some places. And in the very beginning, as I said, I really like your sound, but for my taste, I would add more forte in the left hand. Because all this beautiful pianissimo passage, which you do marvelous, really, every notes are there, and it sounds really amazing. And even more, this will be beautiful when before we heard a bigger forte. And for this, I saw that you have a really controlled left hand, and I would sometimes, for my taste, move more this part of your arm, because it simply gives a lot more power. And this beginning, really you push your boat away, and you really need this power before it floats. There you can use a little bit of left pedal, if you want. But if this first phrase, for my taste, I would stay longer in forte, and come to piano only in the last 4 or 5 notes. Beautiful. And if you ever were on a boat, you know that whatever happens on this boat, this feeling dominates, that there are waves. Because this water is much more powerful than we are. And I think in this piece it is also very important to think about the right hand all the time. Because if you don't think about the right hand, you think about the left hand, you think a lot about the right hand, these beautiful melodies, and there is a lot happening, and this is a difficult piece to play. And sometimes when we perform, we forget about the moving in the left hand. And if we forget, then the audience also don't recognize it anymore. So I think this is very important while playing, always to think about this moving in the left hand. And this also will give you more feeling of being comfortable on stage. And really, don't be afraid to do a lot of forte in these forte places, because this is really necessary here, because these are really long phrases, long, unusual for Chopin, really long phrases, which needs just simply more difference between pianissimo and fortissimo, and it will make more effect on this piece. But there is also this fortissimo this here. This is the loudest place of the whole piece. And really, here, put all your energy out. This is really necessary here. And this is really something, yeah, just, may I try something out with your hand? If you play bass, but play bass for me, please. So, okay. Let your hand hang more, because this is where the power comes out. Sometimes people ask where the power comes from. It's not coming from the fingers, it comes from the weight of the arm. So use all of it, you have all of it. And also right hand. And do really a beautiful big forte in the beginning, and then continue with this pianissimo, and think every time about this moving in the left hand. And now, just please play for us. I don't want to disturb you. I go. Try for me, please, only as a favor, try to play forte till the last 4 notes of this phrase. Only then diminuendo, just for me, as an experiment. The longer you stay in forte, the better. Here you're really allowed, because it's the opening of the piece. You invite the people to drive with you on this boat road. It's really something, has to be something special. And there is this section in the middle, very sad section. Really put this emotion in there. And I've got a very wonderful advice about playing Chopin a short time ago, and I want to tell this to you. it is an advice for practicing Chopin. And because Chopin is so much writing about our personal feelings, it depends a lot on how we feel in the moment when we play. And when we perform on stage, we always feel a little bit different because we get more nervous maybe, the heart beats faster, maybe we have different thoughts in our mind. And all these things have influence on how we feel. And with Chopin's music, it is very a good advice to practice in different moods. Like play different phrases very fast, very aggressive, very lightful, very like strange, faster, with more rubato, with less rubato. Try all this out, and if you feel comfortable with that, you will feel more spontaneous. With many composers, like for example Prokofiev, it's really necessary to have a perfect idea of what you will do. And with Chopin, I think this is important to, of course, to know where you do, what you do in every place, but through this different practicing, let you this space to be spontaneous and to tell us what you feel. And this is maybe the only advices that I will give to you, because you play wonderfully, and only for my taste, I would wish like more this powerful and weightful forte in this written forte fortissimo places, because there are only, I think, 3 of them in this piece. This is not much. These are only a few places, and this is really necessary to take all the sound out of this beautiful instrument. And then this beautiful piano parts that you played marvelously will be even more marvelous. And maybe this is it. Maybe this is everything what I want to tell you. And you played very clean. I love that. You had really a few little wrong notes. This is really absolutely not important, but if it happens, then please change pedal, then you don't hear it. That's it. Thank you.